Alright guys, welcome back to another reaction video. My name is James, and today we're going to be watching Jujutsu Kaisen episode 13. So we are smack dab in the middle of an epic boss battle between Mahito and Itadori. He just killed the kid, I forget what his name is. The innocent kid, he expanded his soul and turned him into this weird goo. That was really depressing. I'm really pissed. I freaking hate Mahito. We're getting more of this whole world and culture, and they're really building him up as a villain. I want Nanami to come in here with Itadori, and I want to just school this guy. I want them to completely kick his butt. Like I said, we're right in the middle of this, so I really don't want to take any time. I just want to go right into the episode. As always, the full-length reaction is going to be up on Patreon. Next week's reaction is also going to be up on Patreon for early access if you guys want to go ahead and check that out. It really does help us keep doing what we're doing. There's also some other cool animes, haiku, different things like that we're doing on the channel. Either way, thanks for joining us. Thank you for being here. To avoid the copyright nightmare that is anime, we're going to have a free link in the description to the reaction. Come back here to hear our thoughts, theories, and reviews on Jujutsu Kaisen episode 13. Let's just get into it. This after credit scene wasn't as much silly as the other ones. That was a really good episode. I mean, it was kind of finishing the arc with the fight and everything like that, but I loved seeing Sukuna. You know what I mean? You forget about him a little bit, I think, in the show. At least I do. And then seeing how powerful he is, the moment Mahito barely touched his soul, where he's like, oh, here's what I'm gonna do to you, was really cool and a little bit scary because that's in Itadori, and we still have no idea how to fix that situation. We have no idea how to rectify that or anything. And I just thought it was a cool way of bringing this kind of, not side storyline, but I feel like Sukuna is the overarching storyline. Itadori's getting all the fingers, and we're gonna see how he can hopefully get Sukuna out of himself. But I liked how they tied it back, from a story point of view, how they tied the two of those things together, the Mahito arc and then the overarching kind of Sukuna thing. I really like the philosophy, and that's really the only word for it, the philosophy of this show. It really delves into ideas of life and death and a good death, and I really liked them talking about this in that episode. About that in this episode. If you guys want to comment about that, comment about that. I feel like, to a certain extent, Nanami was kind of right, where, everybody's gonna die, and we can't fully control how everybody dies, and so, you want to do what's right in the moment, but in a way, you can't really worry too much about giving everyone a good death, and that's almost their responsibility, because if they live a good life, they will have a good death. And so then in the same, if you live a good life, you will have a good death, and you'll give a lot of people decent deaths. So it's kind of cool, just kind of an interesting thing. But if you guys want to weigh in on that, that would be awesome. I always love having conversations like that. But either way, thank you for joining me. Thank you for watching. As always, like I said before, the full-length reaction of this episode is going to be up on Patreon, as well as next week's reactions. Those are also going to be up on Patreon if you guys want to go check those out. And, if you do, it really does help us keep doing what we're doing, kind of help support the channel. But either way, thank you for watching. Thank you for joining me, and I will see you all in the next video.